Tonight, from MetLife Stadium in New Jersey, it's Sunday Night Football on EA Sports.
The Giants defense out there for this opening possession. They were winners last week, but were not at their best. And one of the guys who will need to play well is this man in his 5th NFL season in the defensive backfield.
And he was solid in the win a week ago. Came up with an interception in that ball game. And sometimes interceptions come in bunches. We'll see if he maybe tries to take a few more chances to come up with another one here.
Burrow on play action. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. He's got a man complete. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. T. Higgins, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Bengals put the Knights' first points on the board as they take the early lead. The Giant defense ready to go to work. They trail 7-0 as this next drive begins with a first down.
Come on, ready?
Here's the first carry of the game for Zach Moss. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25. Burrow looking to pass. That's caught by his big tight end, Mike Gesicki. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 13 yards on his first catch. It's a first down as well. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. Man open, that's Jamar Chase complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. Now it's Burrow. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much. You talk about this Giant defense. They were terrific a week ago in the win over Seattle.
One thing you always look for when you're evaluating a defense, how opportunistic are they? How many takeaways do they get? How about last week's game? The number was 6. Phenomenal performance. One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
On 3rd down, Burrow. Now a short one to Gesicki. And he gets this only to the 44-yard line. Not near enough to keep the drive alive. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And that'll bring up 4th down.
Brandon, a good idea there on 3rd down. Run a little clear out and hope you can get your...
The Giants defense back out there once more. They're already down here early as this next drive begins.
1-2, ready?
Throwing now, Burrow on 1st down. Looking up, and it's a fumble. And the Giants have it. It's picked up. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line. There are 2 words that we hear coaches say all of the time. One starts with a B, one starts with an S, ball security.
And they preach it.
And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. They'll run on 1st down with Moss. And that one blown up quickly, as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. Dexter Lawrence finding his way through defensively for the stop. Well, this defense for the Giants, they were terrific a week ago in the win over Seattle.
And the way they did it was by getting after the quarterback. Sacked him 7 times in that game. Came from all angles, created a lot of illusions, and especially just beat.
Oh, wide open, complete. Down the right sideline, and all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Russell Gage, 70 yards, and the Bengals have taken a... The Giant defense ready to go to work. Here's the first carry of the game for Cam Akers. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Burrow will throw. Throw right side, pulled in by Higgins. And Higgins is going to have a Bengals first down as he'll get this down to the 36. Off the play fake, here's Burrow. He will find his man Chase, complete. Touchdown Bengals. Jamar Chase, 36 yards. And the Bengals take a 3-touchdown lead. So what a start. It's not often... The Giants defense back out there once more. And they've had their struggles already in this first half. Down big early as they try to slow down an offense that's really been rolling. First down. Here's Burrow. Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Here's Burrow. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
That might be the 3rd down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half.
The Giant defense ready to go to work. And they're down a couple of scores here early. So the
Here we go.
on 1st and 10, Joe Burrow. They'll run the screen with Moss. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down. Got to give some credit there defensively. They snuffed out that screen early on first down.
Really read it well, didn't they? Because they didn't bring the pressure that they expected. They covered all the passing lanes. So once you see it break down as the passer, I think in this situation, you're throwing it at the feet of your back to make sure no one picks it off, or you throw it away, throw it over the sideline. Don't try and freelance and try and make a bigger play. There's really no one else running a pattern that should be open.
Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
I didn't like the look of that play right from the beginning. I thought he should have seen the coverage that was there, tried to force it in. That one, he's fortunate, just fell incomplete.
And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 68 yards receiving now for him in the game. And a first down on that last catch as well. Throwing again, it's Burrow. And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there. Carl Lawson with a little how do you do as he gets in there for the sack.
Traditionally, as a defense, your #1 job, stop the run. But in today's football, it's impacting the opposing quarterback. Make him uncomfortable. And so far, they've not been able to do that.
Not at all. He's been really comfortable in the pocket. 3 touchdown passes already.
So that could be an important first sack if they do want to turn things around.
Here we go.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Moss on the give up the middle. He'll be stopped at the 35, but not before he picks up 7 yards.
Okay, he didn't break that one all the way, but you got to know that he feels like he's right on the verge, and that's probably exactly what he's telling him in the huddle right now.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He finds his man, complete. It's Moss. That one good for only 6, and it leaves him with a 4th down. The Giants defense back out there once more. They trail here in the 2nd quarter as this next drive begins with a...
Here we go.
They will throw on 1st down with Burrow. He's going to have the hook up to Gage. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 16 yards right off the bat and a 1st down.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Here we go.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Now it's Burrow. Throw left side complete to Chase. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. A give running right, Moss. Defensively, a solid response after giving up back-to-back 1st downs. 2nd and 9 from the 44. Now Burrow. Able to find Higgins. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And that's going to bring up 3rd and 2. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. 3rd and 2. Now Burrow. Oh, a first mistake for him in the ball game as it's intercepted. Picked off by Kayvon Thibodeau. And the Giants are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line. A lot of bodies there in the middle of the field, and that one intercepted.
Yeah, he's looking for his tight end running a drag route across the field, and normally you'd like him to work a little bit further outside. Here the throw is a little early, and it winds up in the hands of the defender.
The Giant defense ready to go to work. And they'll begin by trying to defend a 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Gun.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Final play of the half for Burrow and company. Here's Higgins out on the right side. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. So we have reached halftime here, and it's the visiting Bengals out in front. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and Charles in a minute. But first, time to give the folks at home a look at what's going on around the NFL. We'll start up in the Pacific Northwest at Lumen Field in Seattle. where it was definitely a game with some intrigue, as you can see by the scoreline. Brock Purdy leading the way in the victory with 3 touchdown passes. From there, we take the long trip back across the country, then across the pond. Check out the action in London. And they were victorious in that one over the visiting Jacksonville Jaguars. Caleb Williams, strong in the victory, as his guys run their record to 6-1 on the campaign. And finally, on Monday Night Football, we wrap up Week 6 with Bills-Jets in the AFC East from MetLife Stadium. The Bengals got a strong performance in that first half by Joey B. Their quarterback, Joe Burrow. He's over 300 yards passing already as he's looking to possibly put his name in the record book.
The Giants defense back out there once more. They hold the lead here in this third quarter, but every drive important in a one-score game as this one begins 1st and 10 here. Now Burrow on first down. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
As soon as he leaked out and began his route, someone on the defensive side broke with him and arrived just in time to separate him from another reception.
2nd and 10 now. Burrow looking middle, and that's complete. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. Here is 3rd down and 4. They're passing here, Joe Burrow. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. It's a pickup of 15 and a fresh set of downs. On the handoff, running left, Moss. And a gain of 4 gets him right to the midfield stripe.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree.
Now Burrow loses the football. And the Giants have it. It's picked up. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line. The pocket collapsed around him. I know we talk about it a lot, but a QB has to have that sixth sense, doesn't he?
He really does, and I know of one team at one point was training their quarterback with that time frame, and anytime he didn't get rid of the ball within the right amount.
The Giant defense ready to go to work. They'll start by looking at a 1st and 10 at the 25. First down, they'll start out with Moss. And they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
On 2nd down, it's Moss again. And this Giants defense getting off the ball quickly. They stop him behind the line again. 3rd and 15 coming up after that loss of 2.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. They'll look to throw here. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
Good clean play. No flags coming out of the pocket of the officials.
The Giants defense back out there once more. They'll be looking to be the aggressors here as this drive begins with a 1st and 10. They'll begin on the ground with Akers. Dancing away at the 30. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. He'll drop to throw. And now another turnover as this one's intercepted. Picked off by Bobby Okereke. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Giants touchdown. So that a real wrench thrown in now for this offense. They're trying to make a game of this in the 3rd quarter, but that is not going to help.
Yeah, partner, probably should have used a different tool on that play, right? That ultimately is the kind of play where you could lose a ball game instead of being in a position to win.
The Giant defense ready to go to work. They had the pick 6 just a moment ago, so they're feeling good as they prepare to try.
Here we go. 180. 180.
After the pick 6, here's Burrow again. A short throw there pulled in by All. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. From the 32-yard line now, here's 2nd and 3. Now a give running left with Moss. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
They'll try and run for this with Moss. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. This defense not budging. Back-to-back carries of just 2 yards. The Giants defense back out there once more. They've put in a very good shift so far, and this one pretty well in hand. Just looking to finish strong here in the 4th as this next drive starts 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
This has obviously been a bad loss, but one of the few things they can still do is try and throw the ball all the way to the end zone and get some points on the board so they're not shut out over the final 2 quarters of this game.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. They'll get 14 on that one. Good for a Bengal 1st down. Out of the gun, it's Burrow. And he's got him. Got his man on the end route. Complete. Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's 2nd down and 2. To the air again, Burrow. A short throw there pulled in by All. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Well, he leads the NFL in interceptions and nearly added to that total.
Got his hand on it, couldn't quite corral it. It's been a Pro Bowl-type season for him, and the term ball hawk really comes into play, doesn't it?
Yeah, I like that one a lot because teams want to avoid that type of a player, but sometimes you just can't. He just knows where the ball is.
They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
I'm not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete.
That incompletion brings us one step closer to the end of this one. Maybe mercifully, partner. And let's face it, though, no surprise, they're still flinging it around. They have pride, too.
And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. So they convert on 4th, and now from just outside the 30, here's 1st and 10. Burrow's throw caught by Higgins. And a hard tackle there as he'll go down after a gain of about 5. So from the 26-yard line, here's 2nd down and 5. They'll look to throw again. And that one complete once again to Higgins. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 12-yard line.
Here we go.
And Burrow going to throw again. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down. Back to throw again. Now, quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete. Well, that's a perfect example of how he was named NFC Defensive Player of the Week from last week's game. He is just all around the football right now, isn't he?
That he is, and it's funny because I talked with the coaching staff about drills that they do in practice, and one of them is called matching hands. And as soon as that hand is launched by the quarterback, you throw up the opposite hand and match that hand with the QB, and oftentimes you're able to knock it away, as we just saw there.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Here we go. It's Burrow on fourth down. Open man is Higgins, and he's got it. Touchdown, Cincinnati. A great play there with his second touchdown of the game and fifth on the year. The Giant defense ready to go to work.
Here we go.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Big Shaq Lawson gets the sack there. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on second down. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. On the right side, open is Gesicki. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 30. A big gain there after going backwards, and that'll lead to a third down. The offense on third down tonight, just a 20% success rate at 2 of 10. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down. They'll try and throw forward with Burrow. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll drop to throw. He's got his man on the crossing route. This is Higgins. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. So the drive takes him into Giants territory now. 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. The throw over the middle taken in. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way. He already came through for them on this drive. No surprise that they were hoping he could do it again.
Well, the crowd here at MetLife Stadium in full roar. 3rd down. Burrow looking to pass. And this is going to be incomplete. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. Well, you need your best play here, no doubt. 4th down and 8. Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Giants are going to get the football back. So with that, we can just about... So a victory here for the men in blue, the New York Giants. And we talk so much about the turnover battle, determining who wins, who loses. This game, no exception. Air-free football, no turnovers at all, and they win it.
So this is one you don't have to convince your team that what you're saying is accurate. And you know what I'm talking about. Head coach always stands up in front of the team and says, guys, if we do this, this, and this, we'll win. And usually they say if we win the turnover battle, we'll win. Well, here's the proof right there. Win the turnover battle, go on to victory. Now the guys believe. You move on to the next lesson where you have to convince them. This one is now planted.
So for the Jets, they climb back to 500 now at 3 up and 3 down. And they'll get another home date next week as the Eagles will come to town. Meanwhile, for Cincinnati, the loss here will move them back to 500 at 3 and 3. And they'll try to get back on the beam next week as they'll head to Cleveland to take on the Browns. So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. From MetLife Stadium, good night, everybody.